All right, I'd like to call the meeting to order. It is 7 p.m. on October the 14th, 2025, and I'll hand it over for a roll call.
Tim?
Here.
Rob?
Here.
Doug?
Present.
Joanne?
Present.
Let the record show that there's a quorum.
All right, thanks, Shannon. All right, so we are here tonight for Charles W. Arnold Jr., a zoning hearing for a property owned by Mr. Arnold and is located at 645 Flatbush Road. And this is for consideration and action on an appeal from the zoning enforcement notice / stop work order dated July 22nd, 2025. That no zoning permit required by the Union Township zoning ordinance, Article 10, Section 1003-A-1A, 1B was obtained prior to use and occupancy of the property. At this time, I'll turn it over to the solicitor for identification of parties.
Good evening. My name is Tim Schultes. I am the solicitor to the zoning hearing board. As the chairman said, this is an application filed by Mr. Arnold. In this case, there are two parties that we know of. The first party is, of course, Mr. Arnold, and I'm assuming, sir, that that's you and you are present?
Yes, sir, that's me.
Okay. And the record should reflect that Mr. Arnold is here being represented by his counsel, Attorney Torrin Eckert. The township is also a party to the proceedings, and the township appears tonight through its solicitor, Susan Smith. Now, other than Mr. Arnold and the township, if there's anyone here tonight who wants to participate by providing public comment about the application, you'll be given a full opportunity to do so. But if you want to participate as a party to the hearing, that is, you want to present your own evidence, you want to call your own witnesses, you want to be able to cross-examine all of the witnesses who appear here tonight, and possibly be subject to cross-examination yourself, you will need to first establish that you have standing. Now, a few words about standing. The municipality's planning code says that in addition to the applicant, Mr. Arnold, and the township, the person who is affected by the application in any substantial, direct, and immediate way, and who has made an appearance of record, can be a party to the proceedings. So as a preliminary matter, I will ask, is there anyone here tonight who wants to be recognized as a party to the proceeding? Let the record reflect that no one has come forward as a party. So at this point in the proceedings, I will identify what I call the zoning hearing board's administrative exhibits. The first exhibit is zoning hearing board exhibit 1, which is the application filed by Mr. Arnold. It's 2 pages. There's nothing beyond that. Zoning hearing board exhibit 2 is the proof of publication in the Gettysburg Times. Zoning hearing board exhibit 3 is the proof of notice to the applicant and neighboring property owners. Zoning hearing board exhibit 4 is the proof of posting of the property. And zoning hearing board exhibit 5 is the recommendation of the planning commission on Mr. Arnold's application. So I will ask, Mr. Ecker, is there any objections to the admission of these?
No.
Attorney Smith?
No.
Thank you. I don't know, Mr. Ecker, if you've seen the planning commission's recommendation?
I haven't.
But
Can I take a look at that?
Sure.
Yeah.
I have copies of the other things if you need them.
I don't. Okay, but we might need that. Thank you.
So at this point in the hearing, we're ready to begin. Because this is an appeal of the zoning officer's determination, the township actually has the burden to move forward first. So it's the township's case first, followed by the applicant's case. So with that, is there, I'm sure there'll be testimony. So anyone who's going to testify, I'd ask for you to be sworn at this point.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and do you want the audience to?
Do you want mine?
If
Yeah.
Mr. Arnold's going to testify?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, or affirm?
Attorney Smith?
Yes, I'd like to call Mark Gall. Mr. Gall, could you state your full name and your business address for the record?
Mark Francis Gal, 255 Pine Grove Road.
Can you state by whom you are employed and in what position?
Employed by Union Township as a code enforcement officer / assistant zoning officer.
As the zoning officer, do you administer the zoning ordinance of Union Township?
Yes, I do.
And as a zoning officer and administering the zoning ordinance of Union Township, do you review applications for zoning permits and issue zoning permits?
Yes, I do.
And do you do that pursuant to a particular provision of the zoning ordinance?
Yes, I do.
And did you identify those sections?
Oh. Could be great. It's the Township Zoning Ordinance Article 10, Section 1003A-1A, 1B.
I'd like to have marked as Township Exhibit 1. Certified sections of the zoning ordinance that Mr. Gallo has just identified. This is If you'll turn to the second page of the certified portions of the zoning ordinance, section 1003, zoning permits is at the bottom. Does this provision state a requirement for the obtaining zoning permits for doing work in the township?
Yes, it does.
Can you read it for us?
Zoning permit shall be obtained from the zoning officer for any erection, construction, alteration, extension, replacement, relocation, or conversion of any building or structure for the commencement of excavation, construction, or of any building or structure, and for the change in the use of any building, structure, sign, or any other land.
Section 1007 is on this following page, the third page of the exhibit. Does it also require that there be a zoning permit issued for work done?
Yes, it does.
And can you read that, the relevant portion of that section?
Okay, construction, excavation, alteration, maintenance, and use of any structure, building, sign, land, or landscape, or to change the use, area of use, percentage of use, or displacement of the use of any structures, building, sign, land, or landscaping without first obtaining a zoning permit, or the use of any building, structure, or sign, land, receipt of the certificate of use of occupancy.
Thank you. Did you observe work being done at the property identified earlier as 645 Flatbush Road?
Yes, I did.
Do you understand that to be Mr. Arnold's property?
Yes, I do.
Did you observe work being done without a zoning permit?
Yes, I did.
Did you take photographs of the work that was being
Yes, I
done?
did.
I'd like to have marked as Township Exhibit number 2, 3 pages of photographs. Just grab one and,
Yeah, that's
sorry.
fine. Thank you.
Thank you, I apologize.
No worries.
Did you take the photographs that were identified, or that are made part of Township Exhibit 2?
Yes, I did.
And did, can you go through these photos for us, indicate the day you took them, and what you observed on the property, what you photographed on the property?
Yes. On 7/24/2025. I observed the starting of the framing of the building on the property. On the 25th, it was on 7/25/2025. Same thing was still happening, it was getting a little bit more done. And on 7/28/2025, you can still see work being done. 7/29/2025, the roof is being framed up. We've got two pictures of that. And on 8/1/2025, you can see this metal being put on top of the roof on the building. Two pictures of that. On 8/4, same thing, they're still working on it. You can see the equipment there, putting material up on the roof. Or 8/1, let's go back to 8/1, was building with the steel roof being put on. 8/4, you can see putting material up. 8/6, the siding was being put on. 8/6/2025, and on 8/13/2025, pretty much the building is completed.
And was all this work done without a zoning permit?
Yes, it was.
Before we go on to the enforcement notice itself, there's an additional, was this building proposed as an agricultural building?
Yes,
Does an agricultural building require a zoning permit?
yes, it does.
Does it require a building permit?
No,
Is there also another agricultural building on the property?
yes, there is.
Is it visible in these photographs?
Yes,
And was that agricultural building constructed with a zoning permit?
yes,
Mr. Arnold applied for a zoning permit,
yes, he did.
and you issued a zoning permit
Yes, I
for
did.
that building. Did you, based on the, what you observed on the property, did you issue an enforcement notice stop work order for the construction of the building?
Yes, I did.
And when did you issue that?
That would have been, on July 15th, 2025. Oh, wait, July 22nd, 2025.
Perhaps it'd be easier, I'm gonna hand around, and mark as exhibit number 3, township exhibit number 3, an enforcement notice stop work order dated July 22nd, 2025. Council.
Sorry.
Mr. Godwell, did you issue this enforcement notice stop work order dated July 22nd, 2025?
Yes, I did.
And you did do so following an inspection of the property?
Yes, I did.
And did you do so recognizing that no zoning permit had been issued for the work on the property?
Yes, I did.
And did you provide Mr. Arnold with information that he needed to cease work on the building?
Yes, I did.
To date, has Mr. Arnold obtained a zoning permit for the property, for the structure that was identified in the pictures, Township Exhibit 2, as of the date of this hearing?
No, he hasn't.
I have no further questions for Mr. Cullen.
Attorney Eckert.
Mr. Galwell, going to your testimony regarding the additional ag building that's in the photo, did Mr. Arnold apply for that permit, or was it the previous property owner?
The picture of that the building in that picture isn't the one that was there when he bought the property. This is another one that's on the other side of it. It's not in the picture.
Can you just identify?
Please verbally make
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, we will, yep. Find the right picture.
See that roof over here? It's not this building, but there's a roof there. That's the building that he had the zoning permit for.
Okay, so there, I'll let the record reflect, he's pointing to, there's two buildings in the picture dated 8/4/2025. looks like there's a roof, two roofs, the roof in the far distance was, is what you're testifying that Mr. Arnold applied for?
Yes,
Mr. Galva, did, Mr. Arnold ever apply for a zoning permit?
yes, he did.
And did the township, or did you, I should say, did you ever issue any kind of decision or denial or approval for said application?
It was denied because of, he didn't follow up with what was required for the zoning permit.
Did you ever submit any writing to him yourself denying the application?
No, not myself personally, no.
And you testified before that a building permit is not required under the ag exemption, correct?
Correct.
So your contention is that a zoning permit was not applied, or was not granted, therefore, that's why you issued the cease and desist letter?
Right.
When someone applies for a zoning permit, is it typically, in your experience, to issue an approval or denial within a certain time frame?
As soon as possible, yes.
So why in this case was nothing communicated to Mr. Arnold regarding the zoning permit application?
He had things through emails from other people that were involved.
And who were these other people?
It would be our township building engineer.
But you yourself never sent any kind of letter or formal notice to him regarding the application for zoning?
Let me just check real quick.
I gotta open my window.
I was going to. You have a problem if I do that? That's too much, you let me know.
On this particular zoning thing, I've noted.
It is.
And under the zoning ordinances for Union Township, is there a requirement for you to respond within 30 days of an application being filed by an applicant?
I don't really know, Ralph, yeah.
In your practice, do you typically respond to applications for building permits and zoning permits within 30 days?
My practice is it's usually within 1 week.
I have no further questions.
Any redirect?
Yes. Mr. Gallo, why was a zoning permit not issued in this case?
It wasn't issued due to, I was requested by our engineer not to issue any permits until other things like the stormwater and all that was satisfied.
Okay. And is that typical? Is the zoning permit the last part of the approval process in the
The
township?
very last.
Okay. So you might get your building permit, you need to get your stormwater management permit, any other permit that you might require before a zoning permit's
Yes,
issued.
I don't issue any zoning permits until everything else is satisfied.
Okay. And in this case, did Mr. Arnold submit the additional information to obtain his other approvals in order for you to issue the zoning permit?
No.
I have no further questions.
Any questions from the board?
Yes, just one question for clarification purposes. The building that was talked about previously applied, did, I'm sorry, the name, Mr. Arnold, did you apply for that? Was that applied for? I'm sorry.
Rob, these are questions for Mr. Gall.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. Sorry, you're right. Yeah. Okay, I do not have any questions at this time. My apologies.
I have a question, do you have the date of when that application was submitted? For the zoning?
The zoning application? Yeah, we got it written down. April 2nd, 2025.
Thank you.
Okay, just for clarification, Mr. Gall, when Mr. Arnold applied for a zoning permit on April 2nd, 2025, you did not issue him a permit because other permits were, you needed to get other permits first. What other permits are those?
Stormwater management.
Any other?
There was one being held that from the state, but we did get that clarified.
What was that?
That's the NPDES permit.
And did Mr. Arnold know that his permit was being held for those other permits?
Absolutely, yes.
And how did you communicate that to him?
It wasn't me, it was Eric communicated with him through emails.
Eric is the township
Township
engineer.
engineer, yes.
Any follow-up from the township based on those questions?
No, I believe I'll save it for another witness.
I'm good, thank you.
Okay. Next witness.
Yes, Shannon here. Let's hear, can you state your full name and your business address for the record?
Shannon Pear, 255 Pine Grove Road, Hanover, permit 1730.
And in what, please, do you work for the township and in what capacity?
Yes, zoning officer, secretary, assistant code enforcement officer.
You've heard the testimony, Mr. Gall's testimony. Do you agree with the testimony that he offered with respect to the issuance of the zoning permit, or non-issuance of the zoning permit, because the application process was not complete?
Yes.
Did Mr. Arnold approach the Board of Supervisors regarding his zoning permit?
Yes.
And do you recall when he might have done that?
The first time was April 15th, 2025.
And what did he want at that time?
At that time, he requested time on the agenda to discuss the land development plan.
Did he approach the Board of Supervisors at any other time with regard to his project?
He also requested time on the July 15th, 2025 agenda.
I'd like to have marked as Township Exhibit 4. An email from Mr. Arnold. Sorry. Can you describe the email that the board marked as exhibit number 4?
Yeah. Mr. Arnold emailed Carol and I requesting time on July 13th, 2025, requesting time on the July 15th Board Supervisors meeting for approval and issuance of a zoning permit for our pole barn before the NPDES permit is issued due to timeline of the NPDES permit process.
Did he also indicate that he wished to address stormwater management issues?
Yes, he said he was willing to enter into a written agreement with the township that all stormwater issues will be addressed once the county issues the permit.
Did Mr. Arnold, was this matter listed on the Township Board of Supervisors agenda for July 15th, 2025?
Yes, it was.
Did Mr. Arnold appear at that meeting?
He was not present, he was represented by Dana Frohmeyer.
And the spelling of that is Frymoyer. I'd like to have marked as Township Exhibit 5, the certified copy of the exhibits for the exhibit, certified copy of the minutes for July 15, 2025. That's being distributed. Ms. Hare, did you attend this meeting?
I did,
Did you prepare the minutes for this meeting?
I did.
Did the Board of Supervisors at this meeting address Mr. Arnold's request for time on the agenda to discuss the approval and issuance of a zoning permit for the pole barn?
Yes,
Okay. And he addressed it in the context of timing with an NPDS permit, did he not?
yes,
Was it your understanding from the proceedings at this meeting that Mr. Arnold understood that he had a zoning permit for the pole barn?
yes.
I have no further questions. Ms. Hare.
Attorney Eckert?
Briefly, Ms. Hare, did you ever issue any written notice to Mr. Arnold regarding a decision on his zoning permit application?
I did not.
I have nothing further.
As a follow-up, as a zoning officer, Ms. Hare, do you issue a zoning permit if the application materials are not complete?
No,
And were the application materials not complete for this zoning permit?
they were not
And
complete.
is that why no response was given to the zoning permit?
Yes,
So in fact, was it denied or was it simply not issued because it was not ready to be issued?
it was just not issued because it was not ready to be issued. It was not technically denied.
And what was the township waiting for?
Stormwater management and MPDS.
Any questions from the board? So, Ms. Hare, the minutes don't reflect any action of the Board of Supervisors on July 15th with regard to Mr. Arnold's request, or Mr. Arnold's request through Dana Frymoyer. So did the Board of Supervisors actually act on it?
No, they do not have authority to act on it, so they did not act on it.
Okay. Thank you. Any more follow-up questions for the witness there?
No.
Attorney Smith, you have another witness?
Yeah, that's it, thank you.
Rest subject to rebuttal.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to take care of your exhibits now?
Yes, could you move exhibits 1 through 5 into the record, please?
Any objection?
No objection.
Attorney Eckert?
Yeah, I would like to call Charles Arnold. I guess I'll have him sit here if that's okay. Mr. Arnold, can you state your full name, please?
Charles William Arnold Jr.,
And what is your address?
645 Flatbush Road, Littlestown, Pennsylvania, 17340.
And did you have plans designed to construct a structure, a barn on your property?
Yes.
This one's a little bigger, so.
Get an engineer,
Yeah. I apologize, I only have 3 of these, but I think it's big enough for me to, I need to mark this. I'm gonna mark this as applicant's exhibit A, or exhibit 1, I'm sorry. Sorry, twice. There it goes, all right. You do this one. We'll hold it together. All right. So, Mr. Arnold, is this the plan that you had prepared regarding the proposed construction on your property?
Yes, that's correct.
And looking at the plan, there's a building that's marked proposed barn. Is that the property that we're here discussing today?
Yes, that's correct.
And as part of this plan, how large was the structure that you were proposing to build?
70 by 136 and 30 by 8,
And what is the approximate square footage of that property?
12,000 square feet.
And as part of this plan, is there a storm water management plan devised?
Yes.
Briefly talk a little bit about that.
So that stormwater, when we designed it, I had my engineer capture 3/4 of the existing barn from 35 years ago into this stormwater to help capture the water, along with that for any possible concerns of water runoff or whatnot in the future. This stormwater starts at the, I guess you would say, the north corner of that building and wraps around the building 3/4 of the way around to capture any rainwater coming off of that building.
Let me,
Are we offering the stormwater management plan as part of the zoning matter? I don't understand
It's
why this
background.
stormwater management plan is being introduced.
well, I think there's discussion on whether or not stormwater was done and whether or not the zoning permit was to be issued based on testimony from the zoning officers as to why that zoning permit was not issued.
I'm going to counter that. I believe that the issue before the board is whether a zoning permit has been issued. And the reason testimony offered was it wasn't issued because the stormwater management plan process was not complete. But the status of the stormwater management plan process is not before the board.
So, as I understand, this exhibit and Mr. Arnold's testimony is for the purpose of demonstrating that he submitted a stormwater management plan to the township.
That's correct.
And I think that's relevant. I don't know if it's dispositive or not, but it's relevant.
Mr. Arnold, did you provide that plan to the township zoning officers?
Yes.
And at that point, did you contact the township for any permits?
Zoning and also building permit,
And when did that happen?
the same day. August, or April 2nd, I believe that's what it was.
And let's start with the zoning permit. How did you apply for the zoning permit?
I applied for it here at the front desk.
And did you receive a copy of the application that you filed here?
No.
As for the building permit, how did you apply for that?
I was instructed to go to the MDDA website and apply for the building permit through James Irving. And that was the same day.
I'm marking the building permit application as applicant exhibit 2.
Again, I have to question the purpose of the submission of the building permit. It's not the subject of the proceeding before the zoning hearing board on the issue of the zoning. And we also have testimony from Mr. Gawel that a building permit is not required. It's exempt because it's an agricultural building.
The point of the exhibit is to show that the permits or applications were filed on April 2nd, along with proving that the agricultural building statement was as part of that.
I think it's relevant, so I don't know if you have any questions, Mr. Arnold, about the exhibit beyond.
Not
what
particularly.
You submitted, okay, yeah.
Working off my lap here, I'm sorry. After submitting the plans and permits, did you meet with the township?
For the application?
Yes.
No.
What was the next step you took after submitting the application? Were you sent to the county?
No.
Did you go to the county conservation district regarding any kind of application or permit?
Well, I didn't need to.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
No.
When were you sent to, you testified that you had to communicate with MDIA and James Zerfing. What did they request?
They just requested the building permit that I fill out. I went online and filled the building permit out, which they responded over the phone that it was submitted back to the township. It was approved on their end and submitted back to the township.
And was that for the building permit and the zoning permit from what you understood?
It was for the building permit.
Did you receive any contact from the township after submitting these applications?
Not a word.
Did you receive any info or information from the township regarding a land development plan?
Not from the zoning officer.
I think it's been discussed already, but did you submit a waiver for a land development plan with the township?
Yes.
And was that waiver granted?
Yes.
Did you receive any information from the township regarding a stormwater management plan?
No.
How about the NPDS permit?
I was told that I needed, I was told I needed to apply for an MPDS permit through my engineer because the project was exceeding an acre.
And did you contact the county conservation district regarding the NPDS inspection or the permit?
They contacted me.
And did someone from the county conservation district come inspect the property?
Yes, sir.
marked here the inspection report from the Adams County Conservation District as applicant exhibit 3. And Mr. Arnold, looking at this document, what is this document?
This is the report that the Conservation Office filed after reviewing my property.
And as part of the inspection, were any recommendations made as to whether or not an NPDS permit would be needed for this project before us?
No, according to the report, there's no violations observed.
What are you using the barn for?
Cattle, shelter, and hay storage. Ag purposes.
Any kind of commercial use?
None.
Is this completely used for personal means?
100% used for personal means.
To your knowledge, did you believe you needed a building permit for the project?
No.
Now, there was some testimony earlier regarding another building on your property that you had worked with the township to obtain permits. Can you talk about that talk about that particular building?
From the beginning? No. Well, originally I came in with a plan to build that building. And I was told I couldn't have the building. And then they gave me a reason of I need to do stormwater. So 8 months later, 6 months later, whatever it is, that it takes an engineer to design water, stormwater. Brought it in, gave them the stormwater plan, and never heard a response on that permit as to whether it was approved or not approved. I had to come to a supervisor meeting and ask for their assistance to get my building permit waived because it's an ag building, so I could start construction on that. That building took me 9 months for approval and not one denial from the zoning officer. I was in left field like, what's my next option? And I was advised to talk to the supervisor. So that's what I did.
And were you successful in obtaining a zoning permit for that particular construction project?
Yes.
At any point, moving back to the matter at hand here, at any point did you receive a letter, or receive a denial letter or an approval letter, or any communication from the zoning officer for the project that is marked as applicant exhibit A, or 1?
No, nothing.
When did you start construction?
July 21st, 2025.
And why did you start construction?
As a farmer, there's deadlines. Hay that needs to be crop hay needs to be taken off. I had cattle, having calves in 110-degree weather. I lost a cow and a calf